Yo, what's going on guys, it's Cynical and welcome back to another Kingdom Hearts 3 news and information video. Today for you guys, I thought we'd sit down and talk about yet another controversial subject when looking at Kingdom Hearts. Sort of similar to yesterday's video where we sat down and talked about DLC. I know for a lot of people, DLC is extremely controversial when looking towards Kingdom Hearts, mainly because the series has never received downloadable pieces of content. And of course, as we've seen throughout the many years of DLC now being a relevant thing within this digital era that we live in, a lot of the time DLC can be a very mucky and sticky subject, with developers taking advantage of the whole DLC thing, putting things behind paywalls. It can sort of be quite scary. However, for today, I thought we'd sit down and talk about an online component for Kingdom Hearts 3. Is there going to be any kind of online elements for the game? Is there going to be multiplayer as such? Let's talk about this, because this has been something that I know has been on quite a few people's minds. Again, we're living in this modern digital age where a lot of things rely on the internet, and things like online components can be found within many games these days. And because Kingdom Hearts 3 is releasing on both the PlayStation 4 as well as the Xbox One, it means that connectivity is there. If Square Enix want to do anything in the ways of online elements for the game, the possibility is totally there. When looking towards previous Kingdom Hearts titles, the possibility wasn't necessarily there. Like, they could still implement it, but they couldn't implement it to the same level as they can now with the hardware that Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be running on. Now again, online features and multiplayer is kind of a foreign thing to that of the Kingdom Hearts series. This is why it can be quite worrying for a lot of people. We don't necessarily want some kind of online feature to overshadow the Kingdom Hearts experience. Not that it will if it does get put into the game, but I can understand how something like online multiplayer or online functions can worry a lot of people, mainly because we're just not used to it when looking towards the Kingdom Hearts series. Now, that's not to say that online components and multiplayer features have never been featured in Kingdom Hearts games in the past. In fact, there's actually quite a few Kingdom Hearts games that have actually had either online components, multiplayer, or both. When we look at Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, it actually had a multiplayer mode, which I know a lot of people probably don't know about. This is on the original Chain of Memories on the Game Boy Advance, and you could do like 1v1 fights, where basically like one player plays as Sora, the other player plays as anti-Sora, and it's just essentially the gameplay of Chain of Memories, except you're versing somebody else. This wasn't online per se, you actually had to use the link function in order to do this, but yeah, there was multiplayer in Chain of Memories. Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days had mission mode, which allowed you to play as multiple different Organization 13 members, team up with 3 of your friends, and take on numerous amounts of different missions and tasks. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep had the Mirage Arena, which I personally believe is the best online sort of function or component that we've had for a Kingdom Hearts game, but the Mirage Arena hosted many cool different things that you could do either via solo play or actually with friends. This included the arena mode in itself, rumble racing, or the command board. Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance also had an online component, which was via Flick Rush. You could play Flick Rush obviously solo, but you could also go online to verse people. So yes, multiplayer and online functions are no sort of stranger to that of Kingdom Hearts, but by no means has an online component or multiplayer been the general and main focus of the game. Now, a lot of people are actually wondering whether or not online features or multiplayer will come to that of Kingdom Hearts 3. Like I was saying, it's on the appropriate platform to actually host something like this, and Tetsuya Nomura in the past, as well as very recently, has actually commented towards online components for that of Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, I'll show you guys some older news back in 2015 that came out of an interview between Engadget and Tetsuya Nomura. Engadget asked, given that the game is coming to the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, how are you tackling online? Tetsuya Nomura said, online is certainly part of my wish list. We want gamers to play for a while, and an online component helps this. While we may be focusing on the main campaign at the moment, but it's not as if we're going to tack on an online function at the end. In fact, we've already got plenty of ideas brewing at the moment, however we're still not at the point where we can test these ideas inside the main game. Now keep in mind, this is from 2015, like I said, so this is a while ago, but it has But it's apparent that for a while now, Tetsuya Nomura has actually had a few ideas sort of lingering around towards online components in Kingdom Hearts 3, and more so, this is actually part of his wish list, which is quite a big deal. Now recently in an interview between Dengeki Playstation and Tetsuya Nomura, Dengeki once again asked the question of online, and Tetsuya Nomura has mentioned that there are currently several plans that are under consideration for Kingdom Hearts 3's online elements. Now this is the only thing that he's currently said towards online for this year, but what we can take away from this is online is still something that Tetsuya Nomura wants in Kingdom Hearts 3, whatever this could be. Now again, I don't think that people should be necessarily worried about some kind of online element coming to that of Kingdom Hearts 3. If anything, I believe it's going to be very minuscule and it's going to be a side component at best. This is what online components, multiplayer features have always been like when it comes to Kingdom Hearts. They have never been the general and main focus of the game. More so, they're always like little side additions that you can kind of dive into, but at best, they are just simply an additional bonus to that of the game. This is the exact same way I feel about Kingdom Hearts 3's multiplayer aspect or online aspect if it is going to receive something along those lines. If anything, it's going to be a side component. Now personally, like I was saying, I think the Mirage Arena from Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep was like the best online multiplayer function that we've had in a Kingdom Hearts game. The idea of being able to do this whole thing solo is great, but on top of that, also being able to do it with friends is an absolute blast. Like I mentioned, Mirage Arena hosted many different multiplayer modes that you could take on, like racing, the command board, and the arena itself. So I would love to see a Mirage Arena return to that of the game. We already know that the space of Kingdom Hearts 3 is getting less and less and less, so at this point it's a matter of Square Enix trying to fit in everything that they can. And yeah, I do understand that something like the Mirage Arena would take a certain amount of development time. So whether or not they actually want to go balls deep within a multiplayer mode or aspect for Kingdom Hearts 3, the Mirage Arena would be along those lines. However, realistically thinking, I believe that one online component that we probably could expect for Kingdom Hearts 3 is having online leaderboards for things like mini-games throughout Kingdom Hearts 3. Being able to actively compare our scores that we get from the different mini-games that we will be playing in the game between our friends, I think would be something pretty easy to actually implement, and is something that doesn't really hinder the gameplay experience whatsoever. Like I said, I think when it comes down to any sort of online element or component for Kingdom Hearts, it should always be thought of as a sort of side bonus, an additional little thing. As we know, there's going to be a lot of different mini-games in Kingdom Hearts 3. We already know there's the Remy one where you make food. We've seen a bunch of the different Classic Kingdom mini-games, and we know there's going to be over 20 of those in the game itself. Also, when looking at gummy ships, if it is going to be using a similar system to the gummy ship system we've seen previously in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, those systems have always used a score system for each different route or mission that you do within the game, so I'd say the score system for Kingdom Hearts 3's gummy ship missions will be returning, and again, we could also implement some kind of online leaderboard where we could compare scores between our friends or other people around the world. We have also theorized that the mobile portal device looks like it can actually take pictures, and from what Tetsuya Nomura has explained, the mobile portal device will have several different functions it can do. I believe that a photo mode is very likely for this device, so it would be cool to actually be able to like share our photos on this mobile portal device, you know, between friends, and actually like upload our photos that we take in game onto some sort of online platform that is actually present within Kingdom Hearts 3. I mean, we do have things, you know, like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter these days, and we've got stuff like, you know, like SharePlay and screenshot capture from our consoles itself, so maybe we don't need a system like that, but I wholeheartedly believe that if an online system or component is coming to Kingdom Hearts 3, it should be something along the lines of online leaderboards for mini-games and other numerous things throughout Kingdom Hearts 3. However guys, that is going to do it for today's video. Just thought I would talk about the online thing, as Tetsuya Nomura has recently mentioned that there are several different ideas along the lines of an online component or element for Kingdom Hearts 3. Keep in mind that these are only under consideration, and there's no guarantee that any kind of multiplayer or online mode for Kingdom Hearts 3 is guaranteed at this point. From what we know, it's just been something that has been lingering around in Tetsuya Nomura's head for quite some time. In the comment section down below, guys, let me know your ideal sort of multiplayer mode or online mode for that of Kingdom Hearts 3. I know I would love to know. However guys, I'm Cynical. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day, and until next time guys, I'll catch you later. Peace.
Hit him on the page, you'll be coming through stunning. Gold in my mouth when you suckers be bluffing. Milk crate, gaming up your bitch though. Catch me in the back playing Super Nintendo.